We featured a number of stories this month celebrating Buffalo's Black history, and we're doing it again today with someone who has also made history. Sheila Brown is a business owner, author, and the first African-American woman to own a radio station in Buffalo, New York. WUFO has had a special place in her heart since she first started working there when she was 21 years old. 5 years ago, she launched an effort to make sure its legacy is preserved, starting the WUFO Black Radio History Collective Museum, and it features more than a half a century of the station's history.
We're telling a story about 60 years of WUFO's brand, and it's going to go through our DJs, through our music, through album covers, and any social justice that the station had a chance to do, and issues that we talked about. Saturdays, we've been running a long time Saturday show. Express Yourself Saturdays, which is a request line is attached, so the listeners can call in and they can speak about, any content that's going across the airways. So in the back, we will have that where people can listen to stuff that maybe happened in the 60s or 70s or 80s. When we do tours of our collective and we show people how radio has evolved from the early 60s to where we are today. It started with like a reel-to-reel, then an 8-track tape, 45s to an album, CDs, and now we're digitally. So we showed them how radio has really evolved. And so for me, it's important to show that message and to share where radio was to where we are now. Total different. WUFO is known back in the 60s, 70s, 80s to really run all albums. It's different today. The industry has changed. Now the system kind of runs it for you. But album covers are so creative. We know that people will grab an album cover and they'll make it part of their art work on their walls for, decorations for their walls. But album covers tell a story about the song. Some people will actually buy the album just for the cover before they even know the content inside. But throughout the years with WUFO, the albums, the record companies would send us the albums to see if we want to play that on the radio. So Tuesday and Thursdays was record day, and we would get all these cool albums that would come in. We probably have about 600, 650 albums. Albums are very creative. It's almost like a book cover. You take that book cover and it becomes part of your art at home. Same thing with albums.
Is there something that stands out to you that you really remember that record?
As I look at Rick James, I grew up on Jefferson and Blaine. And so the same light post that he was on for that one album cover, we passed that street and that light post 100 times in my lifetime coming off of Blaine Avenue. So to see an album cover that really deals with the city that you were born and raised in is just amazing to me.
And you can learn more about the WUFO Black Radio History Collective right on their website. This is Kate Wells, chauffeur, and that is Most Buffalo for today. Be well, stay well. We'll see you next time.